Hey guys, welcome to the part 3 of my video series on unit testing in Python with pytest. So in this video, we are going to explore pytest markers. The pytest markers are basically used to set metadata on the unit test functions so that pytest has some extra information about how to execute that particular unit test. So in this video, we're going to just explore them. So without any delay, let's get started. Okay, so as I said earlier that by using pytest.mark, what you can do is that you can easily set some metadata on your test functions, and that metadata will be helpful for pytest while it is executing your unit tests. So there are some built-in markers provided by pytest which are use fixtures, filter warning, skip if, xfail, parameterize. So we are just gonna go through a few of them in this particular video so that we get a basic understanding of what pytest markers are and how they work, right? So let us start by writing some code. So this is my Python project where I have tut1, tut2 for the last two parts of this tutorial series, and now I'll be creating tut3 for the third part. But for that, I'm just gonna copy the tutorial 1 code. So, and I'm just gonna paste it as tutorial 3. So tutorial 3 is what we have here. We have got the sample.py, which is just a simple add function, and then we have test underscore sample.py. So here let me just do from tut3.myapp.sample import add. So in this way we have got our code for tutorial 3. Okay, so this is a very simple code that we already have, and what is happening is that let's say you want to run all the unit tests, then you can just run pytest for this particular Python script, which is test underscore sample. So it ran both the test and we got passed for both of them. Okay, so now let us consider a scenario where we want to skip a particular test. We want to skip a particular test because of some particular limitation. So what we can do is that we can use pytest marker. We can just mark our test as being skipped whenever pytest is trying to run it. So pytest.mark.skip is all we need. Let me just import pytest. Okay, so now let's see what happens if I just try to run this particular test script. So we are getting that the number of tests passed 1 and ignored 1. So ignored means skipped. So one test was skipped, as you can see, and it was skipped unconditionally, which means that there is no condition every time this test is going to be skipped. And also you can provide some reason that why do you want to skip it. So I just want to skip it. So now if I just try to run it, I will get the reason, as you can see. So in this way we are using a pytest marker, which is basically signifying some special meaning for pytest while running the unit tests. Okay, so this is one of the markers. Another interesting marker is skip if. So as you saw that this is an unconditional unconditional skip marker. Now there is a conditional skip marker, which is skip if. So now you want to skip if is a certain condition is getting fulfilled. So you have to provide the condition as the first argument. So let's say the condition is that my test runs only on Python 3.7 or lower. So if the Python version which is being used that is greater than Python 3.7, then in that case we want to skip. So that is the condition I'm saying, that if the system version is greater than 3.7, the Python interpreter version is greater than 3.7, then skip it. And actually I'm using 3.8, so that's why this should get skipped. So let's run it. So look at that, it ignored 2 tests. So 2 tests were ignored because so let me just put a better reason. Use Python 3.7 or less. So this is the reason. So now let me just run it again. Okay, so as you can see that we are getting the skip reason. So in this way you can use the skip if. Now the last marker which I'm gonna talk about in this particular video is xfail. So for that I'm just gonna copy this thing, and what do I call it, test add list. So I just want to keep my unit tests sane basically. So 1,2. Okay, so pytest.mark.xfail. So what you are doing is that xfail is used when you know that your code can throw some exceptions, your unit test can throw some exceptions, but you are okay with it and you just want to go on. So that is the thing here, and let us just try to run it once. But before that, let me just do something. Raise exception. So let us try to understand it like this. So raise exception, and if I just try to run it, let me just run my whole test suite. So look at that, all 3 tests were ignored. Why was this third test ignored? This third test was ignored because it raised some exception, and I have told pytest that if my unit test is throwing some exception, then you just ignore that, because I am okay with that particular unit test throwing some exception. Okay, and one practical example for that could be, let's say you have multiple operating systems, right? So let's say your code works on Linux but doesn't work on Windows. So in that case, you are okay with your unit test failing on, let's say, Windows platform. So for that you can use xfail. There is actually no point of using xfail like this, the way I have written it. You should provide some condition when you are okay with your unit test throwing some exception. So that condition is what I'm going to provide here. So sys.platform is equal to Win32. So if the platform that you are using, if it is Windows, then in that case, if my unit test throws some exception, then please ignore it. So that is what I'm saying. So currently I'm using an Ubuntu machine, so I think right now it will raise some exception. My test will fail. Actually my test will fail because okay, so there is one more thing. I need to provide a reason as well. Reason don't run on Windows. Okay, so let's run it again. Okay, so let's see. So look at that. What is happening is that yes, my unit test is throwing some exception, and since the xfail condition is not being fulfilled because I'm using Linux, so that's why this failure is not ignored by pytest, and that's why my unit test is failing. But let's say my platform is actually Linux, and I want to say that my code doesn't run on Linux, and I know that, then it should ignore it. So don't run on Linux, and that is my condition. And let me just run it. Look at that, my test got ignored even though the exception was raised again, but the xfail marker was having the condition getting fulfilled. That's why xfail worked and it ignored that exception. Pytest basically ignored the failure of my unit test because of this particular marker. So yeah, so this is how you can use various markers. You can create some markers on your own as well. There are custom markers, but we are not going to talk about them any soon. We'll talk about them later. And there is one more interesting pytest marker, which is parameterize, which is very important because it helps you to parameterize your unit test with multiple inputs. So that is pretty cool. So that's why we are going to give it one full video for that. So the next video is going to be about parameterize marker. So yeah, so if you still have doubts, you can put them in the comment section below. That's it from this video. Thanks for watching.